Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw here. Kaiser. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlo. Dunlap, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Going deep here for Bryant. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's 3rd down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, Kaiser. And he comes back with one complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, near the 42.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a toss play to Bernard. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And this one is incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out, and his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's brought down after a good game. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Second down, Dalton, and he's going to go down again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Dalton to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the interception, Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Here we go.
First down, Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On the toss, Mixon, and he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
On the right side, this is Miller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Carry for Bernard. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On the toss, Bernard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will make it 6-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling, and I thought...
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. Dak Prescott, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3
points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, you got a team that sits 28th in the league in rushing, so I guess you're going to see some plays like that.
Yeah, you're definitely going to do that, but just not like you can just abandon the run. You got to keep taking your shots, don't you? But at this point of the season, they haven't been very successful.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Third down from the gun. Dalton. He's got the hook up to Miller. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw on second down. Dalton looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
Final play of the half. Kaiser is going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This one fielded at the 5. Able to power through. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Play action now. Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go. 1, 2.
Kaiser on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, here's Bernard. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now. And this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards on the ground. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Let's go! Flash round! Flash round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Kaiser out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. In the red zone this time. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. On 4th down, off goes Kaiser. On comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 52 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 18-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football, But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
10 yards still left on second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's go! Brand 38! Ohio!
On third down, Kaiser. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Shipped together here from the D-line. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And it's Giovanni Bernard. Nothing but green grass. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And this is back to a 5-point game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Kaiser now on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. A critical error there in a tight game with a 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here's Bernard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
They'll run it here with Bernard. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So Dalton now. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Coleman has it here right side. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender. Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. He's going to float this one deep right side, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves. I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there? Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense. But still. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right there around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard in the final minute. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now Dalton. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. The Jags have just scored as they'll add on to their lead. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Slot man moves right. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Cincinnati, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.